Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you very much for joining this show. Now, first thing I'm going to say is I am one happy man to be able to represent in some very small way edge rods. And I'm lucky because Scott is also a very dedicated edge rod purchaser.
By far my favorite rod. And everybody that uses them comes out and says, my God, what is this?
Exactly.
God, that's an edge rod.
Yeah, you know,
Yes.
and for a lot of folks out there, they're like, man, it sure takes a long time to get that rod. Well, because they're all custom built and they're all built in small batches. There's a lot of things to it, but there's a reason for that. Anyway, not to get sidetracked. Number one, you've got a 7111.
7111. Yep.
This is Mr. Loomis's, Gary Loomis's personal favorite rod.
You heard him say that, right?
Yes.
We were both there the day he said
That's why I ended up with one. I'm like, if he said that,
Yeah.
that's what I have sitting right over there. It was specifically designed for hover fishing. But the instant I put it in my hand, I'm like,
It's got so many applications.
I got a lot of options with this
Yes.
particular. Look that up, everyone. The 7111. It's ridiculous. But
They have it in a spinning rod, too.
they do.
Yep.
You have this set up with an inline weight.
Yep, so that's about a 3/8 ounce weight there. I don't know how well they can see that.
And
but,
then you have a kokanee cut plug behind it.
Yeah.
With
about 3 feet.
look like 2 aughts. That about right?
1 aught. Yep.
1 aught,
Yep.
okay. And about a 3-foot leader roughly.
Exactly.
And the very first question I know that I would have if
Mm-hmm.
I actually just saw this on the show, what in the world, and why in the world are you casting a cut plug? What were you doing with this thing?
So we were fishing for coho. Works for steelhead too. Works for salmon. I've got a guy, Juan Albert, friend of mine over on the east side that fishes this same setup with standard cut plugs, large standard cut plugs up above Wanapum, with a heavier weight, 3/4 ounce, 1 ounce.
Right.
Sending me pictures all the time. He's slaying them.
Wow.
Like, wow, okay, yeah, I'm gonna try this, this coho season. And we went out, and there weren't a ton of coho, but we were very successful with this. We were up a day with Ron Holt fishing these. He's like, wow, Scott, give that a shot. And we did, and it was very, very good results. Alex from Edge went up the following week and had great results as well. And first time I did it, I just wanted to check the action, just see how the action was going to work for the fish. So didn't put any bait in it.
Right.
This was up Grays Harbor area with Jared Cady. Didn't put any bait in it, just checking the action. Action was fantastic. Hook and fish, great. So next time I went, again, I put bait in it, tuna.
Right.
But you could put eggs in it, you could put shrimp in it, whatever you want. And
How do you fish it? Now, is it just like what I would assume, like a spinner with an inline weight and a spinner on the back, where you're casting it out, letting it fall a little bit, and then retrieving?
Yeah,
Or
it's
are
a
you
great
swinging
question.
it? What are you doing?
Yeah, you can do all of those. It's
Okay.
very, very versatile. What we were doing in different areas, if we were in slower water, we're seeing fish roll. We were casting it right to where they were, counting down to where they, sink, just like you would a spinner.
Okay.
1 1,000, 2 1,000, to
Sure.
get to the zone you wanted. The key that I found was a slow retrieve.
Okay.
So you can retrieve very slow, and that thing is just going to be spinning like that. And the coho are falling all the way up to the boat, sometimes hammering it right next to the boat.
Just another way, and you mentioned it, the other guy that you knew, that he was fishing the standard size cut plug.
Yeah.
Another way that you can fish these things. I mean, yeah, they're super deadly behind a 360. Yeah. That was a question we had a caller that called up and asked about the availability for your Evolution 360 flashers, because of course they get sold out like that. They're back up and running. When might those be available?
It will be. We'll see them at the shows and
Okay.
then for springer season as well.
Okay, so everyone pay attention. If you were looking for
Along
those.
with a 2-pack of releases. That's
Oh,
gonna be the
really?
product. Yeah.
Okay, very good. So they will be back available for you. Okay, so write that technique down, okay? Inline weight, 3/8 ounce, okay? You can play with all that stuff. 3-foot leader to a kokanee cut plug or whatever size. In a casting situation, in my mind, I'm actually thinking that might be an interesting way to swing a kokanee cut plug or something similar in that size for steelhead. And my mind goes to that size 3, size 4 blue fox kind of technique where you're letting it get down and make the swing and hold on to your rod.
Yeah. And with this, we're casting over wood too.
Oh,
Right
yeah,
into the-
because it's in line. Sure.
Yeah, right over the logs. Then you take the weight, just slip it over the log, and since this is semi-buoyant,
Yeah.
you just come right behind it.
All right. Last
fish that
thing.
are sitting
Don't
underneath there.
forget
Stocking stuffer galore.
Well, yeah, and you got all the terminal gear that you want. 6-speed bead chains. You've got the dual locks. You've got different tape that you can use for all your different types of wobblers, whatever it might be. Different things that you can doll up, like we all like to do. And you guys offer all of that. So there's literally nothing. For yourself, okay, that Brad's isn't going to have for you for some sort of technique from kokanee to fall chinook, all right? And then if you want to find, want to do a little represent and you want a little swag, you also have that available is that some of the scent that Shane's making? Sorry. Forgive me. Anyway, hoodies, hats, all that kind of stuff, shirts, they have that available. These are all great ideas for somebody that might be in the outdoors that loves to chase some fish around, and you're wondering, well, what would be a good one? That would be it.
Yeah.
As always, man, thank you very much for coming in
I appreciate
on a Saturday
Always
morning.
Great to see you.
To bring up some of those ideas and options for you. All this stuff, of course, is available at Fisherman's Marine, online at Brad's. There's ways that you can get in a number of different areas.
Edge Rods, too, their new store.
What's that?
Edge Rods, their new store.
Oh, very good. Absolutely. So there's lots of options, places that you can go to find some Brad's
all
gear.
over the place. Yeah,
all
you
over.
can find it. Yep.
Everyone, take care. We'll see you in just a minute. We're going to come back and give you your deal of the week for Fisherman's Marine. And you're hanging out.
All right.